In order to look like a Greek god, I had to think like one. If I was in Sparta 3000 years ago, how would I train? Well, I probably wouldn't be doing 3 sets of 12 reps on the bench press. I, in the first place, wouldn't even be in the gym, but I wouldn't even count my reps. I would be using my body. I would be moving it, loading it, carrying stuff, pulling it, pushing it every single day. I would be doing calisthenics. I would be training as hard as I possibly could with the tools that I had at that time, because I wouldn't be overthinking for optimization. I wouldn't be chasing, perfect science and perfect diet, perfect routine for strength and hypertrophy. I would just be focusing on the basics. I would be chasing strength, resilience, and I would be building a body that actually works, a body of a warrior, because in that time I would probably be a warrior that had to defend his country. So to look like a Greek god, I would have to think like one, and that's what I did 4 years ago. While I was skinny, weak, insecure with my body, I was literally living a life of a loser, doing nothing with his life. I was laughed at for how skinny I was, and all of that led me to starting training. I started training calisthenics, and after 4 years of naturally training calisthenics, literally no gym, no supplements, here I am right now, looking like a Greek god myself, using just this that I told you right now. And in this video I will give you the five most important lessons that will help you achieve this kind of physique even until this summer. If you follow this video and you do the things that I tell you to do, you will be a completely different person in 6 months. I promise you that. Welcome, brother. My name is Luka Tepšić, and on this channel Tepša Fit, I help men get better, get stronger, and get successful. So if you're interested in getting better, stronger, successful, subscribe to this channel. And I don't want to waste your time no more. The first thing you must do in order to achieve this kind of looks or physique until this summer is you have to train calisthenics. Calisthenics is a word from Greek language that means strength plus beauty. So you're training for strength and beauty, and you're using your own body weight. You're doing pull-ups, you're doing push-ups, you're doing dips if you have where to do them, you're doing squats, you're doing plank, you're doing even more improved variations, muscle ups. When you get stronger, you do pistol squats. But until then, you just focus on these basics, and that's how you improve, that's how you progress, and that's how you build this Greek god kind of physique. Because as I said, Greeks, Spartans, Greek gods, do you really think that they had access to the gym, 3000 years ago? Or were they using their own body weights? So how do you actually improve in calisthenics? That is the second thing. How do you actually get to this higher level of training? Well, you start small, you do a few sets, a few reps, you just start slowly to pump up your repetitions. So your goal is to increase repetitions, and over time you want to be able to do more and more. For example, pull-ups. You start with 5 pull-ups for your first workout. In 6 months time, your goal should be around 15 pull-ups, to be able to do 15 pull-ups in one set without dropping a bar. And you train with that intention. You have that as your goal, and you train simply by using your plan to achieve that goal. And when you get the 15 pull-ups in a row, you'll have this transformed physique. You'll have much stronger back. You'll have like a wings, your biceps will be as hard as rock. You'll be much bigger, You'll be a completely different person. Your forearms will be strong. You'll be stronger than the people who do arm wrestling. So you have to have a goal that you will follow, and you have to increase volumes and repetitions in every single one of your workouts. If I said that right, your goal is to progress over time, to do more repetitions, to increase volume, because you cannot really increase the intensity in calisthenics with your own body weight, because your own body is always kind of the same, weight. So you have to do more repetitions, and you can always try to maybe do more time under tension. I do that lately, and it's been giving me a great results. So you can literally hold pull up here, then slowly get down, and you get up as fast as you can, and you hold as much as you possibly can, and you get down and you get up, so that way you increase time under tension, and that is a great way to build muscles too. So if you ask me, you just try to improve your repetitions, and you try to maybe increase time under tension just by doing these basic body weight movements, and you'll build a great physique. You'll build a functional body just like warrior. Those are the first two things you must do. The third thing is diet. Just follow this simple rule that I made for the diet. If you're thinking like Greek gods, Spartans, what were they eating in the past, 3,000 years ago? What were they eating? They weren't eating McDonald's or ice cream. They were eating foods that are either hunted or are grown in the garden. So, meats, eggs, fruits, nuts, vegetables, what they had access to, the healthy, normal, regular foods, they were eating it, and they had no problem with obesity or getting fat or getting skinny. They were all strong. They were all, Spartans. I don't have to talk about it. So in order to look like them, you have to think like them. So they were eating regular normal foods that come from the garden or are hunted. They were hunting, hunting deers, for example. I don't know, really, I wasn't there. But they were eating meats, as I said, meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, rice, cheese. They were eating those kinds of foods that don't have thousands of ingredients in them, and they were cooking on normal fats, butter, and pig fat. They weren't cooking on seed oils, and they weren't eating processed sugars that keep us fat and weak today. So that's for the diet. Just follow the simple rule. If it's hunted or if it's grown, eat it. If it's not, don't eat it. That is the third thing. The fourth thing you should do is you should move more throughout the day. Because if you think about Greek gods or Spartans, they were moving throughout the day. They weren't just sitting in the couch scrolling on TikTok whole day. They were moving, they were hunting, they were running, they were training, they were fighting, they were practicing their skills with swords. So in order to be healthier, be stronger, and to look better, you have to move more throughout the day. I know it's winter, it's cold outside, you can't really get that much of sunlight, and you can't really do that much stuff outside, but try to be more outside and try to do more things with your own body weight, and that way you'll have leaner physique and you'll look better just by moving your body more. So move more and train more. That is the fourth thing. And the fifth and the last thing for this video is about a plan. You have to have a plan prepared for you that you will follow to achieve your goals. If you just go to your park and you do few repetitions of pull-ups, of push-ups, you don't know what you're doing, but you try to be better. Of course, you're gonna get better, and it's good to train. But with that, you won't achieve nearly as much results as you would be achieving with training with a plan. So with a plan, you will know how many sets you will do with your workout, how many repetitions you will do, how much time you will rest between the sets, everything you will know, how much time under tension you should do in each set. And if you need help with training plan, I can help you with that. All you really need to do is you have to contact me on Instagram, link is in the description. Follow me there, send me a message in DM, and I'll help you personally as soon as possible. We can work one-on-one. I can coach you, or I can write your workout or that plan that you will follow, that will help you achieve your goals, that will help you look like a Greek god until next summer. And yeah, brother, that's it for this video. I hope this video has helped you. If it did, leave a like, subscribe to this channel, because as I said, my goal is to help you improve. And that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Keep your repetitions in, brother.